It's week 4 of the National Football League, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Lions and the Packers on Thursday night.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here. And under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. And you look at this Packers defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know that.
There he goes, left side. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 8. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run?
That's a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGrom, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Anders Carlson now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Again, it's Dillon. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He'll find the blow, complete. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Oh, still won't go down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. On play action, now Rodgers. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then, and now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Pearson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they've been kicked off the scoreboard in this first half, but here toward the end, they're trying to change that in one fell swoop, but that winds up incomplete.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers! Nicole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. One being the kickoff to the International Series. The Falcons and Jaguars over in Wembley at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Good games in the late afternoon as well. One being out in Santa Clara, where it'll be the 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Aaron Rodgers. He's got 2 touchdown passes already, but he's also thrown 2 interceptions. So it was feast or famine whenever his guys had the football. These 2 teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Musgrave. And he gets picks this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they get the guard, John Runyon. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Rodgers. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield he can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. 2nd down and 8. They run once more with Dillon. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
Anders Carlson for the Packers field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Now Goff. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Face mask. Defense.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
On the draw, Robinson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And the Lions first down.
Robinson with another carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Throwing on third, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Patterson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still got to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Brian Branch with it. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 3. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll run again.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is fielded at the 27.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Lions will take over.
So here's Goff and the Lions.
Trailing 17-10, 1:07 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Goff. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense has been so stingy all game long. No reason to think it's suddenly going to open up now. They took their shot, but this, like many others, falls incomplete.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Goff now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That is incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot from the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
He's back to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the low one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, and this is nervous time now. They decided to go for it right there. Fortunately, still a little bit of time left for another shot, but this one almost certainly has to be in the end zone.
One last throw here for Goff. And it's incomplete. jump ball on the Hail Mary, but part of the defense was ready, able to force it to be incomplete. Ball game over.
Look, let's face it, everybody wants to work the ball in closer and take a more high percentage pass to try and tie the game. But the Hail Mary, that's what they had to work with. And now they're just hoping that their jumpers can get up higher and are stronger than the defenders. Not the case in this instance. They end up losing the game.
So for Green Bay,